Hey everyone, welcome to Python Mega Bootcamp. My name is Dev and I'm going to be your instructor throughout the course. I'm a Python and Ruby programmer in field of AI and an electronics and communication engineer. Now let me move towards the course. So it's a complete Python course that will make you very advanced in Python from a beginner. I interviewed many programming students to get what's required to teach. Many of you are thinking why I learn Python. Many are thinking I have to go for any other basic programming language like C first. And also those who are doing programming are maybe stuck in only college and school education and thinking how can I learn the programming that I can apply and build whatever I want. Then maybe you have to give a little time to check this course. This course is not just a course on basics and just concepts of Python. This is designed according to your need. You are going to build more than 15 projects to apply your knowledge in this course that are very basic from dictionary to up to real working games and big data projects. I have tried my best to properly arrange and build the course step by step according to a student's need. We will begin from learning the best editor for you to basics, then data analysis and visualization, and also the graphical applications development with working desktop applications. So it's hard to describe everything in introduction because there is a lot of here. One thing I'm sure about, after completing the course you will be one with complete Python knowledge and you can easily build any application by your own. And also I'm sure you are not going to regret being a part of this course. Otherwise you can take all of your money back without a single question asked. And also for trying this course and giving your time to us, you can also take all the notes and course available here for free. So have a look at this mega course and check the modules and content. I hope you like it. Learning by building is the best way to learn anything because having knowledge which we cannot apply is of no benefit for us. When we learn something and apply them practically, we can take benefits of that. So in this course, we will just not focus on lectures and concepts and all. We will learn every concept and then build applications and programs that can help you to be perfect in that concept. Every section is designed in a way that you will get opportunities to apply all you have learned by building projects in every section. So I hope you get everything I teach here. But one thing, try to complete the full course so that you can take the maximum benefit from it. And after completing that, you will also be certified for this course. Hey everyone, in this video I will tell you that what actually Python is. And I will clear two most basic doubts in students' mind. First one is, I have no knowledge of programming. Maybe first I have to go for some easy programming language like C. But they don't know that Python is the most easy one. Second is that students is confused about learning Python. That why should I learn Python? So we will focus on both of these and on also that what actually is Python. So first of all, let me consider what actually Python is. So basically we have different levels of programming languages like low, machine and high. Low and machine are something that is easy for computer to understand but hard for programmers to understand. And high level is something that is harder for the computer to understand and easy for us to understand. Because the computer just requires 0 and 1 binary digits, but the syntaxes in Python are in English. So that's why this one is known as a high level programming language. After that one, Python is developed in 1991. But it came in attention in 2012. So here I have a growth chart for Python, in which you can notice before 2012, this one is even lower than the C++. But then in 2018, Python is the most favorite and popular programming. So there is a sharp growth in Python programming and there are various reasons for that one. Easy to learn, easy to work, and everything is available in Python. When you learn Python, you will get that whatever you want to do, there is a library, there are resources and everything available in Python. Even the biggest companies in the world, Netflix, Google, they are also using Python. Even IBM is also using Python. And the concepts like machine learning, AI, they are very easy with the Python programming language. Because in the other programming languages, like in C where you need to add the syntax of approximately 200 to 300 lines, will be written in Python for just 20 to 30 lines. And there are a lot of advantages to learn Python. So basically Python is the best programming language available here. Now just after the Python programming, let me consider the doubts in students. Like, I don't have any programming language knowledge. Do I have to go for Python? I don't have written any code before. Should I have to learn Python first? Or I have to go for any programming language like C and then I have to go for the Python? So for all of these students who are thinking these kinds of things, in my opinion, every programming language is divided into two parts. Out of which first one is the syntax part, which is different for every language. In C you need to write very large code, but in Python just few lines of code. Second thing, the logical part, that how you are applying your knowledge to solve your problems. That is same in every programming language. Whatever you have the syntaxes, in final you are going to apply the knowledge same in every programming language. It's just like learning English, learning French or any particular language, but their motive is same. Representation of your feelings, and how well you represent depends on your thoughts. So just like that one, we have the programming languages. So it's just the syntaxes that define different programming languages. And the answer for that question is, you don't need any programming language to learn Python or any kind of language. If you just go from the beginning to any programming language, you will find no issues. And everything will be same for every programming language. So whether go for Python or C, things will remain same. And being the Python best programming language, I suggest you to go for this one. This one is very easy as compared to C and other different languages in comparison of syntaxes. So you will not find any problem while learning the Python. And the course is designed in very systematic way, starting from beginning and then step to step, very advanced level. Now let's move to the second question. Why should I learn Python? So the answer for that one is because Python is one of the most popular language, growing everywhere, and the fields like machine learning and AI again require Python. And also, if you look at the salary growth, then there is a large growth in salary of Python. However, it is declining in the last year, but it's still increasing in field of data science, machine learning and artificial intelligence. After that one, Python is very vast. You have different options there you can go for, and here is the salary analysis for these. So if you learn Python, then it will provide you benefits all around. You can even build your own programs, sell them, you can work anywhere in these fields, you can go for machine learning, you can go for artificial intelligence. So there is a lot more there. I hope both of the doubts are clear to you now, and let's move to what's inside the course in the next videos. So thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video. Hey everyone, in this video I will tell you that what inside this course, so that you can have an idea that what you are going to learn here. Because knowing things before doing them always make a clear path for you. So first of all, the course is divided into different sections according to their topics, like the one that considers the graphical applications like any game or any desktop application is under the section 3, that is GUI programming. After that one, in section 2 we have Python for data science, analysis and visualization, and then we have the basics of Python in section 1. So let's go through each of these one by one. So first of all, we will consider sections 0, 1 and 2 in this video, and later in the next video. So just after the introduction we have section 0, that consists of installing Python on Windows and Mac. Here you will learn that how you can install different editors like Atom on your computer and how we can use them. So this is the one we are going to prefer in this course. You will also use to learn big softwares like Anaconda and also the Jupyter notebooks. After them, in this module, you will also learn that how you can use terminal on Mac and command prompt on Windows and how they work, what are their commands, and how you can use the Python there. Just after this we have section 1, that consists of basics of Python. Here you will learn first of all the data types, in which we have all the data types in Python, how to convert them from one to another, and the operations and methods on them. With each of these modules, you will find perfect note there. Like here we have this one. So the notes on the Udemy are a little boring there, like this one. But in the end of the notes, you will find resources there, the HTML files. Just click them and download in your computer so that you can keep them always with you. They are look like these, in which you have perfect examples, syntaxes, and every description you need. So this is about the notes. After that one, they will be followed by a quiz, which I believe you need to take. After that one, we have the operators in Python. That consists of all the operators you will need and are in Python, like arithmetic, comparison, all of these, which also again followed by notes, a resource, and a quiz. Then we have a separate section here, which is a part of section 0 actually, but in section 1, which editor is best for you. So that you have now learned Python, that how you can use a little of this one. Now you can guess that which editor is good for you and which one you go for. So you can also use a different editor I'm using here in the next videos. So that will happen there in this module. Just after that one, we have functions and methods, in which you will learn that how you can create functions and methods in Python and use them in your programs. Followed by errors in Python. So this one contains most of the common errors and a list of all the errors in notes that you get during your programs, and the way that how you can detect them, how you can correct them, and how you can find the solution. Just after this one, we have decision making, which consists of if-else conditions. So if you are a beginner, then they are very good for you. And if you are already familiar with programming, then you already know what they are. After that one, we have the second most important concept in programming, that is loops. So here you will get the loops available in Python, every function with them, like range, in, and how you can use them with these. Also, they also have notes, just like every section here. Then we will learn that how you can work with the date and time in Python. That is something you require in most of your applications. After this one, we have file handling. That how you can handle the file, datas, and big datas in your programming, so that you can analyze them, work with them, and have in your programs. Which is followed by libraries, which is I believe one of the most important concept. So here you will learn that how you can work with the libraries in Python. So at this point, we are at the end of basics of Python. Now we require to apply our knowledge. So these are followed by many projects here, which consist of simple programs first, like the one that we require to build on the back end only. They did not have any front end right now, but later they also have the front end. So first program, a dice simulator, where you will learn that how you can create a dice that will create random values according to it and show it to user. Then we will build a dictionary that will find the meaning of every single word you require and in any way. Then we have another project, a game, that is a basic Hangman game, which you will get to know that what it look like. When you get this one, then we have our tic-tac-toe, and this one is the main project of this module, or we can say section 1, where you will learn that how you can create a game that will actually play with you. The second is the computer playing there. So it's actually an AI type of stuff game, but basics of that one. So here you will learn to build that one and how you can play against computer. And I bet you cannot win with that one. After this one, we have the section 2. Now the part of programming where you will learn syntaxes is done. Now we will move to some logical type of stuff, where you will learn that how you can use your brain for practical applications. And by the end of this section, you will know that how the things work in industries and how you can learn them and how you can make them work. So this section will be very beneficial for you, and I have included this one before the graphical one because this one requires all the logical type of stuff. So here in this one, we will begin that what is data science, what are the jobs available in that one, and how you need to work. So this is the part of Python with highest paid salary jobs. So In this one we have first of all two important libraries with the help of which you will learn to create data, you will analyze them, and how you can make the data in your graphs and your programs. So here we will learn the Numpy and Pandas completely. Every method with them, how they work, and how you can create data with them. So each of these are followed by a documentation link, which consists of their original documentation in which you will find everything you need. So you do not require to Google anywhere else. After that one, we will move to data visualization, in which first of all we will encounter the Matplotlib, the very basic one library for data visualization, and maybe you have heard of. So in this one, we will learn that how you can build practical plots in Python. And they will consist of different kinds of plots like this one, a 3D plot in which we will create these kinds of things. So this one with a different library, but for a basic idea that what we are going to do in plotting type of stuff. So as you can notice this one. So all this one will be worked with the programming. And here I have different examples for that also. Like these graphs. These are also built with the programming language. So you will learn that how you can create these with Matplotlib, Seaborn, Pandas inbuilt data visualization, Plot-ly and cufflinks, and geographical plotting. So all of these 5 sections are for these things, that how you can learn them. Also in geographical plotting, we will learn that how you can work on big data to plot everything globally. So we will make these kinds of 3D global plots, which you can actually move also, but this one is actually a screenshot. After that one, this is the end of section 2. So a very fast introduction to this one, but this one contains a lot of things because I cannot explain everything right now here. So after this one, this section also followed by the project, in which first we will include a plotter. So here we will define and build up application that is not on the internet. Here you will build a plotter that will automatically plot any kind of plot you require. So you can visualize any kind of data. I thought you did not able to understand what I am saying actually here, but you will get to when we will work with that one, because this is something completely related with these things. So nothing about that one right now. After that one, we have a geographical plot using Folium. So here you will learn that how you can create a base map, which is something again most of the students did not understand right now, but will when you encounter that one. And in last of this section, we have a school donation analysis project, in which you are actually going to analyze 60 million plus data, which is approximately 6 crore. So you will analyze the data, learn the things there, and plot the data of that one. The project is big enough that its files are actually in GBs. So the files are also provided here. You don't need to worry about this. Just click and download them. So this is about section 0, 1 and 2. I hope you get what we are going to learn in these sections. More you will get these when we work with them, because without any knowledge of this, it's hard to understand in the introduction. So thanks for watching. In the next video, I will tell you about the other sections. Hey everyone, now you know what we learned in section 0, 1 and 2. Now let's move to section 3. So in section 3, we will learn about graphical user interface programming, in which we will learn that how we can create actual desktop applications by using programming. And everything here is step by step. First we will learn what is UI programming, then how we can create different kinds of object in a window, like these kinds of buttons, these kinds of buttons here, and everything like these labels, entries, whatever you require in any application, we will learn here. And each of these are followed by their particular nodes, which consist of every kind of method, option, and the requirement or any description you need. So you don't need to worry about anything here. After this one, we will learn databases, in which you will learn that how to store the data of your application and where to store that one, so that you did not require to worry about that. Just after this one, we have Turtle Graphics, in which we will learn how we can create graphics by using Python, and how we can create moving objects, and how we can create figures that can actually move with the help of our keyboard, like the keys there. So after this one, for the practice of GUI programming, we have a number of projects here. So in this one, you will build many projects. Now, don't you think that someone is staring us from the very beginning of this video? Then you are right. There we have someone. A cute but very sad cat. So this is actually a project of this section. In this section, we are going to build these kinds of projects like games and animations that will make the students excite. Because already we have learned 20 hours plus of content. Now maybe few students are bored. So we require something that will make their interest go on. So games are very best in that. So in this section, we are going to build a number of games and more projects than the other modules or other sections that we have done before. And this is one of them, a cat, which became sad when we did not pay attention to this. And when we pay, this became very happy. And also these one makes some kind of gestures like this. So this is not just one. We have a number of these. Like, let me show you some of these here. And we begin with these kinds of things. Creating very simple graphics first that will automatically created by the help of just programming. Then we will move to something that will help to learn the motions and these kinds of gestures and how we can create these kinds of figure actually in programming. We will build these kinds of large codes by which we will learn these applications, and we have a lot more. Let me show you something else here also. Something that we can move on the screen by using the motion of figures. This is actually a part of this program. We also have some games like, let me show you something else here. A database application. This one is not actually a game, but still one. Let me go and search for a game. There you go, maybe a game here, a card flipping game, in which we flip actually cards. If they match, they stay, otherwise they get flipped over again. This is also a game with Python. And the one I'm looking for to show you and very excited about is the one favorite of most of us, a caterpillar game, which most of you have already played. And we are also going to build this one here, in which we have a snake, eat leaves, get score, hit wall, game over. And we have different more games also here. So this one is full of projects for practice, so that there will be no doubt in any student. We will build a caterpillar game, a matchmaker game, then a screen pet like the cat. Then we also build a smart calculator that is very different from our normal calculator, and you are going to love this one. Then we have your own database application that I have shown you there. Then we have another game that is an egg catcher game, which is the main project of this section. So this is the end of this section, and this is not the end of this course. Until now you have the data up to this point, but soon more and more data will be added and the course will be updated every month here, so that you will be updated with every technology in Python. Soon you will get the data that will help you to learn the Python programming for web development, in which we are also going to build website like Apple website. So we will build this web page by using Python and some technologies. We will also learn web scraping there. So we can make web scraping projects. We also build a website blocker. And after this one, you will get much more data that will be updated here. So time to time, we will update the data so that you can learn more and more. So this is all about this course, that what you are going to learn here and what is the content of this course. So right now the course is actually 30 plus of hours, but soon when the more data will be added time to time, it will become more than 50 hours of data. So I hope you will enjoy this course, and I hope you have everything you require in Python to learn. So if you need something that should be involved in this course, please make us know so that we can also update that one in this course. and you will get the complete benefit from this one. So thanks for watching. This is all about what's inside the course, and I will see you in the next video. Welcome everyone. So in this module we are going to cover that how we can install the editors on Mac. So we are done with the Windows and now we are moving on Mac. Those who are working on Windows can skip this module. There is nothing important for them. And now first of all, just like the Windows, if you go to Google and there search for the Python editors. So here we have Python editors. You will get a list of many editors here, out of which you can use anyone that is more suitable to you. But in this course we are going to use the Atom, that is for basic Python and some desktop applications, and then Jupyter for the data analysis and data visualization. But again, you can use any of these. There is no foundation for you. The one you find more suitable and easy to use, you can check that one. So from the very next video we are going to learn that how we can install the Python on Mac, and then we will install the Atom and then Jupyter notebooks. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Hey everyone, welcome to this module. This module is about installing the editors on Windows. So we are going to install some editors on Windows that we are going to use throughout the course. So first of all, before moving to installing the editors, here are some myths I need to clear about the editors for beginners and those who are confused about the editors. So I have seen many students, again especially in beginners, that they are always confused about the editor. They think that editors are a very big deal. But in a very simple and a basic definitions, editors are just like the notebooks. When you need to write something, you use a pen and write on paper. Similarly, we have the editors. When you need to write the code, you just write in the editor and view that by the help of a terminal. So basically, first of all, the editors are actually known as IDE, that you generally call the editor. Editor is the part in that IDE where we actually write the code. So IDE consists of many applications in just one, and editor is the only part where we just write the code. Now, just like notebook and a pen, we have pen to represent the items and the page on which the item is shown, or we can say our output. Similarly, in editors, or we can say IDE, editor is the part where we write the code. And for a good editor, we require two things. First, something to write, then something to run our code. The thing that run our code is known as terminal. So basically, requirement of any good editor is just these two things. So this is all about the editors. Now we will move to types of editors. When you can just simply Google out editors in Python, you will find many options there. Like these we are getting PyCharm, Spider, Sublime Atom. So basically Atom is the one that we are going to prefer in most of the parts of our course. And second, we are going to prefer Anaconda. That is not mentioned here because that one is for many Python or other different languages. After that one, here we have one more PyCharm, which is the best for Python programming. But I'm going to use the Atom because of its simplicity, not the PyCharm. And I also suggest you to first go for the Atom if you are a beginner. And if you are already familiar with the programming, then install the PyCharm. So they are nearly same and everything there you will get the same. So don't worry about that one. Now, few doubts and questions in students. Many students think that I did not know anything about programming and anything about the editor. How can I do that one? So those students who are thinking this thing, they don't need to worry anything. We will tell everything step by step. And after that one, I issue like this editor is not installed in my computer. What can I do? And the person in my front is using a different editor. How can I code like that one? So again, they are just like the notebook. It doesn't matter which editor you are using. You can use a different one from the one I'm going to suggest you. It doesn't matter. The thing matters there is your code. Now I hope this helps you a little about the editors. And if you get any doubt while installing the editors and anything about the editors, just ask me a question and I will solve your query. So thanks for watching. We will move installing the editors and Python from the next videos, and I will see you there.